there are times in life when you have nothing to do. And to my utter astonishment, I didn't see this coming from within me. What do I do when I have really nothing to do? In such a case, I find myself doing mathematics. And then, my God, I found it. I found it, that's it. You may have guessed that I am Tadashi Tokieda. I'm a professor in the math department at Stanford University. And people often ask what I'm focused on. I'm not focused on anything. I'm interested in life in general. I'm supposed to have been born in Tokyo. My memory is a little hazy of the time. According to my parents, I was born at the end of the 60s. And I grew up as a painter, not the house painter, but the painter of oil painting, watercolor, and that kind of thing. And I was very fond of it, and apparently people liked what I did. So I already started having exhibits in major galleries in Tokyo at the age 5, 6, and so forth. So I was quite precocious. I just liked it, nobody pushed me. But then I grew up, and at age 14, I left for France by myself. Upon arrival, I discovered languages, and it was really an epiphany. So I started being absolutely obsessed with languages and became a classical philologist. Not to be confused with philosopher. So philologist means somebody who studies languages. I read in a number of languages, and the actual number is a secret. You will never discover this. But suffice to say that the language that I have the honor of speaking at the moment, very badly I have to say, is in the chronological order of learning my 7th. Some of the languages are very, very deep inside me, and I can hear them. I can hear their music, and I can really resonate. When I, quote-unquote, decided to become a mathematician, it was not a decision. I could not do otherwise. And you don't decide to fall in love with somebody, it just happens. It's a bit of a melodramatic analogy, but it's really like finding another person in your life. There are moments, at least in some phases of a relationship, you cannot stop thinking about that person. And even if you are busy cooking and filling out your tax forms, whatever, somehow you realize that, oh, part of your brain is still thinking about that person. And it's like this with mathematics. The toy for me is an object of daily life, which you can make or find really in the kitchen, in the garden, around you, but which, if played with in an imaginative fashion, reveals a behavior so unexpected and surprising that it leaves seasoned scientists baffled and puzzled for a long time. That's what a toy is. In other words, it is the material medium which officiates a surprise. Yeah? Before you meet the surprise, you have a certain view of the world. Yeah? But the surprise means that your view was slightly, but in some essential way, wrong. That's why you're surprised. Gosh, this should not happen. I thought this should happen, but it doesn't. And after you come to terms with the surprise, well, you ever so slightly, essentially a better person. You are more intimate with the universe after than before. And so surprises are those things that punctuate your improvement and your intimacy, if you like, with the universe in which we all live and evolved.